Good afternoon, my friends. This is VJ Franz K. I decided to make a quick video describing my opinion of what a lot of people on the internet have been talking about, the new ELECTRIBE 2 and the classic ELECTRIBE MX. Now I'm going to talk about the Arpeggiator here for a minute. I can use this to do soloing, right? With this Arpeggiator, no matter what I do, I cannot make a note that goes off beat. It's always quantized. And that is very handy because, you know, your timing is always perfect if you use the Arpeggiator. And you can silently select these buttons and then use the Arpeggiator. Yes, this is one of my favorite tricks on this machine. Now, if you normally press these, you can make things that are off beat. But if you use the Arpeggiator, never off beat. On the other side here, ELECTRIBE 2, we have this new Arpeggiator. Yes, it still works on drums, that's great. And you can do interesting solos like that, going up and down, but notice this. I can make it go off beat if my timing is not perfect. See, if I try, my timing is just about perfect. But if I don't try, I can make a very sloppy sounding bunch of beats here. So I would like a new setting for this Arpeggiator XY pad, or the K oscillator pad, or whatever you want to call it, to be able to set the quantization like here. So it always quantizes, does not produce any notes that are off beat. If you don't want that, it would be as simple as adding another option to the menu or something. Firmware update, and I hope they will do some of those. Notice, once I get going, I can make it solid, but if I'm just pressing it haphazardly, I can make it go off beat. And here it is, over here, never off beat. So that's nice. Plus, if I'm sequencing here, I can, if I'm doing a roll, there's a roll button. Now, I really am disappointed that there is no roll button on the ELECTRIBE 2. I couldn't believe it that they actually removed that feature because it's been around since the ELECTRIBE EM1. Sounds like trap, doesn't it? You know how they do the rolls there. So there's no roll button here, which is annoying because a lot of my sequences feature roll. Now, you still can get a kind of a roll over here. The way these two machines work, they're both great, but they work in very different ways. So you can't expect one to be the other because it's something different entirely. So notice I have this rattling noise coming from my snares here. How do I do that? Alright, here on the snare. See, I would like to have a beat repeat button that I could hold so that these would always be on time too. They have it on MPC and other brands of keyboard, also Arturia, Spark, and stuff like that. It would be nice to be able to just hold one of these buttons, I don't know, maybe Shift or something, and just have these always be on time. But anyway, how am I doing the roll if I don't have a roll button? Well, the answer is I'm using my insert effect. So this insert effect here, we have roller 132. Now that's cool, to be able to roll at 32. But I wish that we could control more about the roller. Because sometimes you want to roll at something other than 32. You know, suppose you want to roll at 16 or 64 or maybe 128 or something, you know, all kinds of things. I would like to be able to roll. And also, I wish that you didn't have to use your one and only insert effect to do that roll. Because, you know, there's so many other things you might want to use on your insert effect. All these interesting effects, including some brand new ones. Put me on as a beta tester or something, or hire me for development. Or I know this gear like the back of my hand because I've been using it for, you know, over a decade. I've got 6 ELECTRIBEs now. I've got 3 Volcas. I've got, I think, 6 Chaos pads of various types. You know, that's some serious KORG groove gear. I haven't got the Volca sample yet. I might. We'll see. But I might just wait for the KORG ELECTRIBE sampler and, you know, see how that goes. Really do like the ELECTRIBE 2. Now this is my main machine for live shows, just because I like the new features of it. I like the new portability of it. It sounds good. My band friends like it. My music collaborator friends like it. I like it. And I like the way that it can export to Ableton. That is a brand new thing. And it sounds great with the SD card on the side. Now here we have a smart media card because this is the old generation of MX. The ELECTRIBE sampler will have smart media sample loading. While I'm talking about the live sampling, I'll just talk about the sound in. Now, on the ELECTRIBE EMX and ESX, what we have is a line in that you can set to mic or you can set to line in. Now that is very handy because I sing and I do vocals and spoken word and stuff like that, and I can run my voice through this without any exterior preamps. So you select mic or line level here, and then the audio in level, you can send audio in through, or you can have it go through the effects, and that's cool. Now here we just have a 1/8 jack. So we're talking about the audio input jack here. On the ELECTRIBE 2, it is only line level. So you can change the input level, but it's only line. It's not microphone with preamp. I've tried that. So you're going to have to use some sort of vocal preamp before you put your voice into this box. And I don't know, probably most people never used a microphone with their ELECTRIBE, so maybe they just deleted that feature for that reason. But I used a microphone with it. I used it quite a lot. You know, here I am with my headphone mic and a drum machine. It's going to be one of several drum machines, but often it was an ELECTRIBE in my hands. And I liked the built-in microphone preamp, but hey, I can use an external voice effects thing if I want to do that. Not a big trouble. Alright, we're talking about price. Now originally when these came out, I believe they might have been as high as 700 or 600, I don't remember exactly. But later on, they sort of stayed around the price of 500 for a new one, and the used ones did hold their value quite well. And I think they probably still will, because some people just love the sound of this. So, you know, I'm not selling mine, so you can't buy it, sorry. Now here, with the ELECTRIBE 2, we have $400, which is a little bit more reasonable. So it sort of makes sense that they would have to have less stuff required in the manufacturer because, well, it costs less. Now, I would have paid an extra $100 for a few more things on here. But, you know, we are still dealing in difficult economic times, so it makes sense to have inexpensive music gear for people to use and still have a great time. And the Volcas, wow, amazingly good price point on the Volcas. As you know, Volcas didn't exist when we had ELECTRIBE MX. There is a sort of trick with the extra audio outs you can use to sync these. This has control voltage sync that'll go in or out. This will even follow a Volca, I believe. So, you know, that's cool. You can wire together, and if you say, oh, this doesn't sound analog enough, you know, it's digital, I want analog, then hook up this to a bunch of different Volcas. You know, get this is the Volca Beats, get the Volca Bass, you know, Volca Keys, all of this stuff. It works, I've tried it, sounds great. And you can run your Volca output into the sound in here, and then add the extra effects on there. So, you know, that is an excellent way to work with things. And because it still has a MIDI plug, even though they use these tiny MIDI plugs, I don't like that. You know, it's flimsy. But, I don't know. I'm not sure why they did that, but maybe less people are using MIDI these days, but more people should use MIDI because it is just so great. And there are so many decades of instruments that use MIDI. And they've just announced the new HD MIDI specification, which is going to be, I guess, backwards compatible. So MIDI is going to live on into the 21st century, you know, created in the 1980s, and go on into the 2020s and 2030s. Why not? We're going to talk about step jump. One more thing to talk about is step jump. Now I'm going to zoom in on my ELECTRIBE 2, because this guy doesn't have step jump. This guy does have step jump, and he also has active step. We need to add active step to the ELECTRIBE 2 because active step is cool. Step jump. So the sequence is happening. Now, it's like a cool solo that you did using step jump. But the problem is that if your timing is off, did you hear that? It's like the beat skipped a beat. You can press this off beat and then you're kind of messed up. Your audience will say, what's going on? And it would be cool if there was some way to have it snap back to standard beat after you're done pressing these guys. The secret is just to press it back onto the 1 or to press it back onto the 5 or one of these nice round steps at the right time. So it sounds like a solo and not like screwing up. So, you know, you do this, then you're all... See, that was good timing. Or decent timing. But, if I do bad timing... See? It just messes up everything, and the audience might get confused. So, step jump. And also, notice step jump doesn't have these things going across. It would be great if I could see where the bar was going across, so I knew what I was doing with the step jump. And actually, if you look at the Volca, so say I activate my step jump here. There it is. Vocal controls are even smaller. You really have to look at them with tiny glasses. So, but you notice on my step jump here, I still get the indicator lights at bottom telling me where the sequence is. On this step jump, no indicator lights to reveal where the sequence is. And they could easily change that, you know. So the other thing we have on here is function. There's so many functions in here with these modifiers. So here I've made it into a 3-note pattern by using active step. And active step is like step jump, except it just sort of holds the step jump in that way. And it's interesting when you have multiple Volcas running at different... Yep, I love the echo on this thing. It really is like a portable KORG ER1, which I still have my KORG ER1. I wouldn't get rid of that either. They all sound great. They all have a special sound to them. I've got like a KORG lection, a KORG museum or something in my place. And I know them all so well. Active step would be a good thing to have on the ELECTRIBE 2. Enough said. And you can, if you want, do drum synthesis here on your ELECTRIBE. Finally, why do they call them the ELECTRIBE? Because they stick together like a tribe. Listen to that. 3 machines running at 80 beats a minute. They're not plugged in or connected in any way, and they sound great together. They don't drift. That's great, you know? Maybe if you wait for quite a while, they will start to drift, but that is good timing there. Anyway. I tried that with the Volca sample yesterday, and it also worked. Not even connecting it, even though you can with a control voltage in. Anyway, amazing machines here. You can't go wrong with any of these guys. One final thing I'd like to mention is the saving. On the MX over here, you can save the entire memory bank to the memory card. Now right now here, you can only save the tracks one by one as files. And it would be great to be able to back up and restore the entire unit to a memory card. And there's no reason why you can't do that, except they haven't programmed it yet. But they should program it, because that was really, really handy. And, you know, I always keep backups of my ELECTRIBE memory safe at home on my computers and stuff like that. I back them up to a DVD or something. If worse comes to worse, and something happens to one of my ELECTRIBEs while I'm out at a show, I could buy a new ELECTRIBE and load my favorite patterns in and have them work just like the previous one. And actually I might do that with my ELECTRIBE ESX, because it's been damaged by using it in so many gigs. I've used it in so many shows that it finally, the pads wore out. These pads are not going to wear out as quickly, because they are pressure sensitive if you set the pressure sensitivity to be on. But they're meant to play. You can play in the live groove there, and it's just great. You know, a lot of the good features of the MPC, or you know, the Spark or the Tempest or various drum machines, it's got all, I don't know, a really nice combination of things here. I do miss the row of scanning LEDs. It's too bad. Maybe in the next series you can have one that always scans across, just so we know what's going on. I'm missing my roll button, as I said. But anyway, I've talked about so many things, but I hope you listen to all of them, because each one of them is a valid thing that has been revealed through years of performing live shows, doing demonstrations and reviews, improv jams with various people, and just making albums and other things like that. No matter what, I have other instruments, I have software, I have laptops, other things, but I keep coming back to the ELECTRIBEs because they are really, really good machines. They're really fun to use, very flexible. You can hear construction in the background, machines. Why do I keep coming back to drum machines? And especially these ELECTRIBEs. Even when I have all kinds of other synthesizers, software, hardware, analog, digital, all kinds of things. Because they just work very well, they're very intuitive, they're very fun, and yet you can recall everything that you've made in the patterns and bring it back so you're always ready to do a show, a jam, or something like that. Anyway, I'd rather press these buttons and these pads that you can actually touch, the real knobs, rather than have something that's just on a screen. Thank you, KORG, for continuing the ELECTRIBE series in this great way, and hopefully you'll listen to our suggestions for improving the firmware a bit and give us a few extra features. We love what we have already. I'd love to consult on the ELECTRIBE series, KORG. Give me a call, seriously. This is VJ Franz K, also known as the Drum Machinist, signing out for now. A lot of the things I've said, there will be debate. I know, I can't wait. I can't wait to see you trolling me with your comment. No, seriously. Say, don't troll. Say comments that matter, comments that really have something to say, and we'll have a good discussion. I'm open-minded. You might change my mind by what you post. Who knows? I'm always willing to open my mind and try new things, like a brand new, different style of ELECTRIBE. It's great. I'm mostly used to it now, so let's move on with the future. VJ Franz K signing out for now. Please subscribe and come back to this channel again and again, because I'll keep adding new things on it for you. If you have requests or anything like that, I listen to them. I read all your comments. So be nice. Thank you for watching.